Buenas tardes, buonasera, bonsoir, dobry večer, good evening, guten Abend, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
A poetry reading is a nice thing. I mean, especially from different countries and where there might be languages which are not that familiar to other people. So it gives them an insight in culture and what the language in itself sounds like in a poetic setting.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alice Samson Kua, a forever student at the Instituto Cervantes de Manila.
Kilalang-kilala niya ang gisa ng gutom sa mga karaniwang hapon. 5 kilong miki, 3 repolyo, 8 sayote, 10 sibuyas. Kaunting takal ng kwento. Minsan, kusang sumasandok ng tawad. Nakaruta sa kanyang mga alak-alakan ng mga eskinita ng bayan. Sa ilang dekada, inihahatid niya ang nakapapasong balita. Isang atas ang kaniyang boses. Bumubukas sa mga pinto at bintana. Saan man huminto, naipapako ang sentro de gravedad ng takam.
I'm a big fan of poetry, so for me, I enjoyed reading the poem.
I have the pleasure to present the 6th edition of the poetry recital Version Europinoi as part of the Viva Europa program. Introduced in 2009, Version Europinoi aims to serve as a cultural exchange platform in the field of poetry between Europe and the Philippines, offering a multicultural event where participants and audience will delight in listening to acclaimed poems recited by European poetry lovers in their native languages. This evening will be featuring poetry from 9 European countries.
Odpovedal som fľašou červeného v chladničke a ešte, že môžem spraviť ratatouille. Predtým, ako som sa naučil pripravovať ratatouille, od mojej kamarátky som ťa nepoznal.
Austria, Belgium, the Czech Republic, France, Germany, Italy, Malta, Slovakia, and Spain.
I really like the event because it's nice how they mix like Filipino and different European languages, and you hear a lot of the, languages that sometimes you don't hear. And one language from Malta, I haven't even heard that at all before.
I enjoyed that it was very diverse. We had poems from so many different countries, and I felt like you could always understand the atmosphere of each poem, even though you wouldn't understand the language that they were presented in.
Ach du lieber Augustin, Augustin, Augustin. Ach du lieber Augustin, alles ist hin.
Karel Hynek Mácha, máj. Byl pozdní večer, 1. máj, večerní máj, byl lásky čas. Hrdličin zval ku lásce hlas, kdy borový zaváněl háj. O lásce šeptal tichý mech, kvetoucí strom lhal lásky žel, svou lásku slaví krůži pěl, růžinu jevil voný vzdech.
So these years, Version Europinoi has been a showcase of not only European poems, but also Filipino poetry in its rich linguistic diversity. Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, Chavacano.
Okay, so sa mga poems, sobrang interesting, sobrang nakakatawa marinig in their original languages. Yung ibang languages, hindi ko in-imagine na ganun yung tunog. Yun, sobrang okay.
Poetry is important because, I don't know, it takes language to another level. Like you can read articles, you can read novels, but like writing poetry is, some would say, more sophisticated, depending on the poetry.
My favorite Tagalog word is gigil because it's very unique, and I think there's no other word in English, and it really describes how lovingly Filipinos are.
This is the testimony of the European identity of our country, the determination to contribute to an overall identity founded in the values of Europe and in the only language that Europe can have, which is, if I may quote Umberto Eco, the language of translation. Welcome to Version Europinoi.